Good afternoon. Welcome to Braca Strong Live today as we have a special guest, Barb, the founder, joining us. And we're so excited to have her on and share her journey and her mission and what's going on with Knitted Knockers and why more women don't know about it, as Knitted Knockers has been such an important piece of my journey over the last couple of months. So I just want to make sure that more women know about it. Barb herself is a survivor and wants to tell her story and get out to the community. Prosthesis can be heavy or uncomfortable, but there is other options for women, and they are called knitted knockers. So again, today, make sure you tune in with Barb from Knitted Knockers and Tracy myself on Instagram Live. In just a couple minutes, she'll be joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining us as well. We're so excited to be on and to be able to share different options for women in our community that need these resources. And some resources are not available at our fingertips as well as they should be, which is so frustrating to me. So I feel like Braca Strong is a great platform to educate women to know what's available and how you can find us and where you can find us and where you can find these resources. And now we have Shop for a Cause on our website, and Knitted Knockers is actually on there. So again, Knitted Knockers is on our website for Shop for a Cause. And we're so excited to be able to extend this to companies to be able to know what to do and where to go. Again, resources for going through a breast cancer journey or a BRCA gene diagnosis or genetic mutation, having resources just should be there. Hey, Barb, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm looking forward to this.
How's your day going?
Oh, it's a beautiful day in Washington State. One of those rare sunny ones for us.
Oh, awesome. Well, I was just telling everybody, we have a special guest today, Barb, coming on, the founder of Knitted Knockers, and we can go ahead and get started. I'm glad it was an easy breeze to come on and join us. And we're really super excited to just talk in general and have a conversation about, what resources, how more resources should be available at our fingertips instead of searching and searching. Why aren't these resources there? So just to start off, I'd like to say again, my name is Tracy. I'm the founder of Braca Strong, where we support, educate, and advocate survivors, and thrivers to eliminate the feeling of isolation and the emotional and financial burden, to help women with pre-mastectomy care packages and bras for brave beauties. And we do this by funding women who are underinsured or underinsured, who have high medical bills. These products, as we feel there's such a need in our community to have items that you can hold on to that help you through your process of healing. And, one process of healing that I've learned is a knitted knocker. So today we have Barb on, who's the founder, creator of Knitted Knockers. And I'd like you to just start by, doing an introduction and sharing a little bit about who you are.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just so excited about your mission and purpose of supporting emotionally and financially. Both of those are challenges when going through breast cancer and ovarian cancer, for sure. And it was 11 years ago. No, it was in 2011, almost 10 years ago, when I heard the words that no woman wants to hear, that she has breast cancer. And immediately I thought, it's going to be okay. I hoped I didn't have to have a mastectomy. I hoped I wouldn't lose my hair. It turned out I did have to have a mastectomy, and I still thought, oh, it'll be okay because I can be immediately reconstructed. There was so much I just did not know. And due to complications, that didn't happen. And so I had not surrounded myself with that support system to help and get educated on what things were available for me. And so when I went looking for something to wear to appear normal, I was devastated, literally devastated. I'm not overstating it. When my doctor said to me, well, actually it was a nurse on a support line, said, oh, honey, you can't put anything on that scar for at least 6 weeks. That for me was the time that I cried the first time. That was the low point. I wanted to get back to work. I wanted to get back to life. I wanted to appear normal. And when my doctor said that he didn't think I could tolerate the traditional breast prosthetics, that a lot of women find them uncomfortable, that they can be hot, heavy, very expensive, and you can't wear them for quite a while, I was like, well, what am I going to do? And there was the birthing of Knitted Knockers when I made that phone call to my dear friend Phyllis, and I said, have you heard of a knitted knocker? They're a knit breast prosthetic for women, and she's a great knitter, and she said, no, but I'll find out. So I'm going to put that as the teaser of Knitted Knockers, the beginning.
Wow, that's just an amazing, dedication that you found. And, you said the words, and maybe we could track back a little bit as, you said the words devastated. Many of us hide that feeling of devastation, right? Like we put on our smile, we keep moving forward, trying to accept our new normal. What is our new normal? We can't put something on our scars. What do we do, right? And maybe you want to talk about a little bit about the devastation, like what you truly felt, if you wouldn't mind sharing, to explain to other women that are just facing this or aren't able to get reconstruction at the time and have to have delayed reconstruction, or who lose their implants. Maybe you can express to help other women, what did, during the devastating times for you, when you found out you were devastated, like how did you feel and how did you work through it?
I'm happy to share that. I was a very private person and I didn't want to let people in. And I just didn't want people to know. I didn't want to be looked at and thought of as Barb has breast cancer every time they looked at me and they glanced away from my chest. I wanted to be known as Barb. And I didn't feel at the time that that's the way I would appear. And so I was also embarrassed that it embarrassed me. I should be comfortable with and just be grateful for my health, which I truly, truly am. So there was a lot of maybe shame, embarrassment, along with the physical discomfort, not being able to really connect with my friends, not thinking that they would be able to understand. My husband was very supportive, but he's not going to get it. And so there was all that wrapped up in it. But one thing, go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
One of the things that I discovered is that I'm not alone in that. And when we started offering knitted knockers to women, we knew that we were going to be offering a wonderful product free of charge made by volunteers. What we did not realize is that we were also providing a venue for women to connect with people that knew and understood. And many of them would write their story when they requested their knitted knockers. We gave them the opportunity, we still do at knittedknockers.org, to share. And they would share, oh, I've just been struggling with lymphedema or this or that, and the heat and not being able to swim, which you can swim with knitted knockers, all those things. And so they shared their story. It was a safe place to share the story. And so that was just stunning to me.
When we talk about being embarrassed and, we're different, I can relate in so many ways. And I want to say that I'm thankful that I found Knitted Knockers. About 4 weeks after my surgery, I have heard about you in the past and never really looked into it, just because the women that we fund, always wanted prosthesis. And I came across Knitted Knockers, and since then, I had loss of an implant, and it has become my best friend. A matter of fact, don't travel without it. It's something that women need to know about. And not only just women, our physicians, right? We have physicians out there that when you're done with surgery, and I'll give you an example, when my implant was removed, it was, you're done. You don't have anything until you're ready to make the decision, right? What about if these physicians had these knitted knockers in their offices? And to all the physicians that are out there listening, to the facilities that are out there that are listening, Knitted Knockers is a nonprofit. give back and get, and let them give you knitted knockers to hold for women, as I feel like I wouldn't have had such a setback in my journey, because having something just that I'm going to show you guys looks just like this, that you're able to just insert into your bra, is just a game changer. And I never realized what a game changer it was until I personally had to go through it. And sharing with our community on how imperative it is that we have the resources available. Like, these resources need to be available to any survivor, to any provider, any metastatic, anybody that faces, a mastectomy or a lumpectomy or a unilateral, right? Let's make it known that this product's out there and share it with the world. We're both nonprofit 501c3s. We both educate the community. It, to me, really is mind-boggling that our community is so lacking in educational resources that can benefit women. These are all benefits. Barb has women all over the world, right? Creating these knitted knockers, donating their time. Give back, help. These knitted knockers change lives. And I'd like to say, Barb, let's talk a little bit more about knitted knockers, how it started, where it started, besides your story, like maybe a little more in depth about, your journey and what you faced and going through it, and how knitted knockers is what it is today.
Well, thank you, Tracy. You are just preaching to the choir here. I just love everything that you've said. From the beginning, when my friend Phyllis knit me my first knitted knocker, which I know she showed you, one similar, one of the things that I just knew immediately is we needed to provide these to our doctor's offices, so that women, when they are at that most vulnerable point of time, can select them and take them home with them. My doctor said I could wear these as soon as the stitches came out. And so that was like 3 weeks, I think, at about the time I'm ready to re-engage with life. And so that's been our goal from the beginning, is to inspire and equip people to provide for their own communities. And my doctor told me something stunning. He said that there are 50,000 mastectomies done a year in the United States. And I did a little bit of research, and there's 1 million women living in the United States who have had a mastectomy and not been reconstructed. I figured, just like many people still think, everybody's automatically reconstructed. Well, for numerous reasons that I'm sure a lot of the viewers know, that doesn't always happen. Sometimes there's a delay, sometimes there's a failure in it. Some in the reconstructions, I actually went through 2 later. And sometimes people don't want more surgery. Sometimes it's just not an option.
Or flat. Some women are going to the flat anesthetic flat closure now.
Yes. And so there's all kinds of reasons. So when I asked him if we could provide these to his office, would he hand them out? He said, I'd love to. And then he said, these are so great that I would love to take you back to one of the conferences, the medical conferences, but you have to be ready because everybody's going to want these. And I said, well, how many am I going to need? And he says, well, it's not just the current 50,000 women a year getting a mastectomy, and many of which are not immediately reconstructed, but you've got 10, 20 years of women that have struggled with the traditional, as have been fondly nicknamed, chicken cutlets. And anything. But I need to digress a little bit. One of the cool things for me about knitted knockers was I could wear it in my regular bra. I didn't have to have a mastectomy bra, so I could still shop like normal. I mean, it was all about being normal for me. So anyway, that was important. So since that time, we now support 1,634 medical clinics around the United States. And that is being done by all these groups that are making them and knitting them directly, and crocheting. I don't want to leave out our wonderful crocheters. And providing them directly to the clinic. So my heart is full every day we're getting an inquiry from another medical clinic saying, how can I provide these to our patients? It's all free. We don't charge for our brochures. We don't charge for our business cards. We just want to get these available to women at their most vulnerable time.
I think that this is just absolutely an amazing product. Again, let's spread the word to our physicians, and, our community needs to hear it. But like, it starts right when you get out of surgery, from our plastic surgeons to our social workers, right? What can we do, right, as a community to help you after facing it myself, and helping other women and get them to other women? Like, what can we do as a community to help get these doctors out there notified? If there's something that us at Brock Strong can do, you send me the information and we will forward it on. Again, the little barriers that we can eliminate, let's eliminate them, because some women don't have it. It's not an easy process, right? The whole thing isn't easy, but if you can put it in a regular bra, right? Or if you need a mastectomy bra because you can't wear underwire, contact Knitted Knockers for the Knitted Knocker. Contact Rocket Strong for bras for Brave Beauties. Let us fund you the bras. You could slip the Knitted Knockers right inside of them. I take my zip fronts, I take my regular bras, and I put the Knitted Knocker in there. The advantage to the Knitted Knockers that I've found is you can adjust the size. So that's amazing. They come fully stuffed. Last, I did not know today, Barb, you taught me that they're waterproof. Is that what you said? I could swim with them?
Yep.
You just made my day. How do you wash them?
You want to be sure and anchor it in your suit so they're not bobbing around the pool.
How do you wash them? Like, what's the care of them? Can you wash them? How do you wash them?
We provide care instructions with them, and you just can throw them in the wash machine. We suggest you air dry them, but they can be dried through the wash machine. For swimmers, we suggest you order a separate pair. They're all free, and our volunteers are thrilled to be able to provide them. And the separate pair, so when you get out of the pool, you've got your nice dry ones, not full of chlorine and everything, ready to go. And then just dedicate a pair for your swimmers.
Perfect. Are you guys looking for volunteers? Are you guys?
Oh. So I first want to answer your question about getting the word out to medical professions. We have found that just us tripping in with these wonderful little knitted knockers and saying, aren't these great? We'd like to give them to you, really doesn't get very far because they are inundated with lovely donated products, which is wonderful. But sometimes they just don't catch the vision. The way that we have found that people, that they catch the vision the best is when a user, somebody that's got them and is wearing them, comes in and goes, oh my gosh, have you seen these knitted knockers? They're great. And then they whip them out of their bra and they show them and they go, whoa. And then what that does is it validates to the medical profession that these are real. And then sometimes, there can be concerns about, are they sterile? Are they a medical device? This sort of thing. And we've heard it all through the years. And just saying to them that they have 1,630 medical clinics already providing these to patients tells you that, oh, this is legit. And as far as the sterile thing, since I brought it up, I'm not sure that anything's very sterile the moment that you touch it outside of the packaging. So we, in our care instructions, suggest that you wash them before you wear them because they've been handled by many caring, loving volunteers. So.
Perfect. Carrie, definitely make sure you go on. You can either go on through brackestrong.org and do Shop for a Cause, and it goes right to Knitted Knockers, or go on knittedknockers.org. And don't forget, I owe you a bra, Carrie. When you're ready, you tell me. Fierce Emporium, welcome everybody again for joining us. Barb, I'm sure you deal with ladies from all different ages, right? I'm imagining from younger to older. Maybe just some words of advice that you would pass on to somebody who's just learning about the product. I could say they come in different colors. I think that's absolutely amazing. They can match your skin tone from what I see. They can just be the color of your t-shirt that you're wearing. I love that. I think that's a brilliant idea. I think that we have options and feeling our new normal is fun, right? Like sometimes we can understand and have fun. And I think this gives us a way to laugh about it. You know, my daughter saw it and was like, what is that? And I'm like, it's a knitted knocker. She's like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I'm like, yeah, it's amazing. It's a product. And she's like, and I explained it to her and she's like, wow, this is such a good invention. And, you know, it helps you, you know, and it helps other women. And that's what we're really here to do is just to support and educate and give you options and just share all the resources that are truly available. You know, I can say that I'm super grateful for Knitted Knockers. I'm honored to partner with you guys and share all your information and get the word out. I know a lot of our girls have gotten back to me and are so grateful for what you have started and created, and just making sure moving forward in the future, we continue to share and share this resource, right? Like this is an educational resource, and maybe come up with some plan of sharing more. How would you suggest we make sure they stay put in a swimsuit or a normal bra? So go ahead, Barb, you can answer that.
Well, people are very creative. um, you can pin them in with safety pins. You can stitch them lightly into your bra or your suit, because they can get washed right along with your lingerie or whatever if you want to stitch it in. Yeah, and so you can get creative. We don't have any magic to that, but by lightly stitching them in or pinning them in, that works.
That's a brilliant idea. You said lingerie, right? We don't
Yeah.
think about lingerie. I mean, after a mastectomy, so many women say, you know, they don't wear lingerie anymore. They forget about that stuff. And, you know, sexy bras. There is sexy lingerie for us. There is sexy bras. And now that you can put a knitted knocker in, ladies, if that is something that can help you through your process, knitted knockers can be sewn into lingerie and bras. That is a brilliant idea. I love it.
Well, and you asked about sizes and colors and stuff. When a woman wants to order her free knitted knocker, she goes to knittedknockers.org. There is no .com. Don't go there because there isn't any. It's .org. And she can request her size, A, B, C, D, double D, or beyond. We've gone up to H, and it takes us a little longer. And then you have 3 color choices, like Tracy, you referred to. There's the neutral colors, which are the beiges and off-whites. There's the dark, which are the dark browns and blacks. And then there's the bright, which anything goes. I mean, you might get something like that. But just kidding. There's a whole story about that. I don't think we have time for that one. But you know, our whole idea is to show that we care. And the reason that we have it's literally thousands of volunteers that are making these. We sent out 12,000 free knitted knockers last month alone. The reason that we're able to do that, each one takes about 2 to 3 hours to make. The reason we're able to do that is because our knitters and crocheters are finding passion and purpose in helping others. So when you're requesting a knitted knocker, you're helping yourself, yes, but you're also helping bringing this ability to show that we love and care each other. 1 out of 8 women are going to have breast cancer in their lifetime. So we all know somebody. And when you hear of somebody that has breast cancer and you want to help, you don't know how to help. Here's a practical way if you're a knitter or a crocheter. So to go along with that, I was asked early on, actually by one of my board members, he says, Barb, if you need so many of these, why don't we just manufacture them and sell them really cheap? You know, and I thought about that for like 5 seconds. And the answer was no, because that caring comes through. When a complete stranger cared enough to make this for you for no profit, no personal gain at all, that love comes through. And on the other flip side of the coin, the person making it, it brings passion and purpose to what they're doing. So no, not going to be manufactured on my watch or sold ever.
I love it. I think that absolutely makes it even more of a reason. When it comes from the heart and there's passion in it, you can't take it away. And the dedication that you have, anything can be made really, right? But if there's a purpose and a passion behind it, it just needs to stay where it is. And those volunteers, were super grateful for you. As a provider myself, I can say that I'm very grateful for your time and dedication and really creating this platform to help millions of women and spread the word, bring awareness. Like you said, everybody knows somebody who's been touched by breast cancer, unfortunately, right? So 1 in 8 women are diagnosed. Let's continue to get the word out. Let's share more about knitted knockers. Share them with your family or friends. You don't know really who's hurting inside. You do not know what's going on in that person's brain. I recently just opened up my story, and I am still very shy on sharing what's really truly impacting us and going through it. A, a, it's not a boob job. A mastectomy isn't a boob job. And, a lot of women, we hear a lot of comments on that, but hitting home, and as you as a survivor, and, we know what the needs are in our community. So we're so happy that you guys meet the needs and help everybody that needs something.
Yeah. And so I'd love to share a couple testimonies we got from people. Do we have time?
Sure.
Yeah, when people order there, sometimes they tell us their story, as I mentioned, or they follow up with a thank you and or a donation. We figure it costs us about $10 to provide a pair of knitted knockers, which, by the way, I would like to say some people perceive knitted knockers as a good something for people that can't afford a prosthetic or that can't wait. What we found is story after story, myself included, of this is a fantastic product that doesn't have to be perceived as just if we can't get that, we can get this. It's wonderful. But anyway, that I guess I'm prejudiced a little bit.
I don't think so. I think you should be super prejudiced and biased because it's lightweight, it's comfortable, it doesn't itch your skin, it's washable, it's swimmable. I mean, what else could you ask for? You don't have to change it. You're in the beach with your family, you're away on vacation. There's no difference. That's your new normal, is just saying, I got this, and putting it on and walking out the house.
Yep. So here's one. This is absolutely the most wonderful and inspiring thing I have seen. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your kindness and selfless acts will someday be rewarded greatly. Much love and respect. That came in from Facebook, from a request for knockers. And this one I just was so profound. This was actually from France. We're in 33 countries, but we also fill orders all over the world. We will not turn a woman down anywhere. I just came out of surgery, and I must say the spirits are not very high. Approaching Christmas is a real bummer. I do wish to feel better and more womanlike, so as to put a smile back on my 4 boys' faces again and see my husband look at me with less pain in his eyes. I think what you are doing is wonderful. Thank you so much on the behalf of all women like me and survivors. God bless. Yeah, that sort of thing. It keeps us going for sure. Here's one. I just received the most beautiful pair of soft pink knockers. I slipped them into my sports bra and my whole appearance has changed. My clothes fit, I feel amazing, and there's absolutely no pain or pressure on my scars, which are so sensitive. I'm completely huggable, and I actually feel pretty again. It's been a tough year. Thank you for your life-changing gift. And that was from a Facebook post. So anyway, I have lots and lots of them, but we don't have time.
Those are the amazing things that make us keep going, right? Like we strive to get better and do better and to continue to help women, and those testimonials are just proof of what we do is really making an impact, and making an impact, whether it's one person a day, that impact should be made daily. And,
Yeah.
one thing, like as we're talking about Knitted Knockers, as a program that we offer at Braca Strong, I'd like to share with you ladies is Bras for Brave Beauties. If you are post mastectomy or had a lumpectomy and need a bra and cannot afford it, we here at Braca Strong can provide you a Bras for Brave Beauties, which is a bra that we fund to underinsured and underinsured women who are fighting, high medical bills. Everybody deserves to feel whole again. And these bras are available at no cost to you, or if you're headed in for surgery, you can apply for a pre-mastectomy care package at zero cost as well. We want to make sure that your journeys are as easy, as smooth as they can go, and make sure you have resources and products available at your fingertips that can continue to make you feel whole again and accept your new normal. So if there's anything that I can do personally from Brackish Dawn, feel free to reach out to me. Let me know how I can help. I'm sure Barb extends it out to herself as well. If you do not follow Knitted Knockers, please go on Instagram and follow Knitted Knockers, as well as go on their Facebook page. And it is black and pink, and it is the page called Knitted Knockers. That is Barb's page. She's truly dedicated and continuing to make a difference. And, thanks again, Barb, so much for coming on and making the time and effort to just share the information. And again, physicians out there, facilities out there, reach out to knittedknockers.org. Get some knitted knockers, leave them in your offices, put them in your facilities. They are small. They don't take up a lot of room. There's different sizes. Please share them. We need them in our community.
Yes. And I'd just like to throw out, there's 3 ways to help if you're interested in helping Knitted Knockers. One is, as Tracy said, to share on social media, because as she mentioned earlier, sometimes people are private and you may not even know somebody's going through something. Like, I didn't share it with anybody except for my very closest friends. So once you share it on Facebook or Instagram and they go, oh, what's that? They see it in the privacy of their own home. And so you may be helping somebody you don't even know there. The second thing is, if you knit or crochet, our patterns are free on knittedknockers.org, and we have approved yarns that we've tested, and we ask that you use those, and we can help you get started there. There's tutorials as well. And the third way is to donate. We are 100% volunteer, and our postage is about $50,000 a year because we mail them out as well as providing to the doctor's offices. So we appreciate donations as well. So I just thank you so much for tuning in, because it shows you care and that you're interested. And we just are so grateful for Braca Strong and what they're doing. We're all working together as a community, aren't we?
Together is better. Together is better, supporting one another and just sharing. If you tuned in later, you're tuning in, later, make sure you repost, share. A knitted knocker could change somebody's life. That's what you guys don't realize. And it's the truth. And I work with a lot of organizations and a lot of people, but this product really is a game changer, and every woman should have the resource at their fingertips. So again, if you don't follow Knitted Knockers, go on IG, follow them. If you don't follow them on Facebook, follow them, as well as Braca Strong. You can follow us if you're not on Facebook and on Instagram. Barb, it was amazing seeing you. I look forward to having you back on and sharing again. And, maybe you could talk more depth in sizes and show different sizes and show the community a little bit more.
And I can show our wild and crazy stuff. We have so many funny stories that that will cause you to laugh and cry. We have stories galore. So
I love it.
I like to have fun. Sorry about that.
That is the best way. But what is that pink knitted knocker you just showed me? I'm going to see that.
That's made out of, I'm told they're called dragon scales, and it's a crocheted knocker, and that was made for a special event that was a fundraiser, and it was actually made by a volunteer who went to Rwanda with me. And we trained 30 women how to make knitted knockers for their country, which is a whole nother story. I mean, you talk about life changing, not only their lives, but ours. Oh my gosh. Right. Great story.
But wait, are those knitted knockers available? Those are so awesome. The
The,
pretty ones? Yeah.
the pretty ones? Oh, no. Trust me,
That's
you don't
a
want to wear them.
teaser.
Oh my goodness. I have the Noctopus, which has 8 tendrils coming out to represent 1 out of 8 women. I mean, we can do an Instagram sometime just on these designer knockers. I tell you, they're a hoot.
Definitely. Let's do it.
There's a whole story with each one, so we got to have time.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much again. It was great seeing you, and we'll talk soon.
Bye.
Perfect. Be well.
Yeah, bye-bye.